Hey,
I'm Oliver the Ricketts.
I'm Jeremy Kessler.
You're
You're watching Disney Channel.
Oh, I like
Ba
that.
ba da da.
You're not Brittany.
No.
Oh, you know what?
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We're about to go see Goosebumps 2. The Goosebumping.
I'm ready to be spooked. Halloween is out tonight. And I was really excited for it. But certain people here are pussy boys.
I don't like scary movies.
So we're seeing a Nickelodeon scary movie instead.
Yes. I don't like scary movies, so I also didn't see Goosebumps 1, the Goosebumping.
Well, did you think Goosebumps was a scary movie?
I was never a Goosebumps kid. I did not watch the show. It was too scary for me as a kid. I read one Goosebumps book as a kid, and it was a choose-your-own-adventure book, and I got like 5 minutes into it. It was like a...
Wait, you measure how far you read into a book in minutes?
It was like you were going to an abandoned zoo or something like that, and it was a crocodile or an alligator on the front cover. It starts the book and it's like, your friend Julie wants to go to the haunted abandoned zoo. Do you go with her? If yes, turn to page 2. If no, turn to page 71. And I was like, I don't want to go, so I turned to page 71 and it said
You're such an ass.
And it said, you always do what Julie tells you to do. Turn to page 2. And I was like, well, fuck this. And I just stopped reading.
We used to get those books, right? And I used to start them, and I'd finish an adventure.
Yeah.
And then I'd go, I don't know how the fuck to start another one.
You might have a different understanding of what the words choose your own adventure mean. It's not that there are more than one adventure and you get to choose it. It's that you are an active participant in the adventure.
No, well, I just assumed that both were true. I used to read Goosebumps all the time when I was a kid, and I used to watch the show all the time. This being said, I never saw the first movie with Jack Black, but I heard it was great.
Oh, I never saw it either.
I already saw one Jack Black Halloween movie this season, though, with House with a Clock in Its Walls.
I heard that wasn't good.
It was interesting. It was cool. If I were a kid, I'd be really into it. This should be, cute. I think Jack Black is in it.
I actually didn't hear about this movie at all until it was already out.
Marketing campaign has actually been really bad.
Okay.
There's a trailer, but they haven't done a push on it anywhere. I think they've been really relying on this market of people who are like, oh, I remember Goosebumps when I was a kid. I'll take my kids to see that. There's so many other things to see right now in the same vein. And then House with the Clock in Its Walls is out, and that movie's been, raking it in.
Are you okay?
I think so. If you want to see a Jack Black Halloween movie, the spooky movie's already come out, so...
I don't know. I just don't know what to expect from this movie. The fact that I didn't hear about it gives me low hopes, but also I have no expectations because I don't know. I have no association with Goosebumps. I have no idea of what this is going to be.
My biggest hope is that I can come out of this movie being okay with that we didn't go to Halloween tonight. I'll get there. And if this can entertain me in a fun, Halloween-y, kind of like spooky way, even if it's on a kiddie level, it's fine with me.
Always do what Julie tells you to do. That just rubbed me so the wrong way. In fucking...
Well, you were like always a little pretentious asshole.
It was elementary school, actually, and I got to that and I was like, I don't want to do
what
this.
Julie tells me to. Isn't your mom's name Julie? I'm Jeremy Kessler. I'm not going to do that.
I did this so I could choose my own adventure, and you're railroading me, so why not just give me the actual story? That might be just the idea that, like, I'm older and can actually form that kind of opinion, and I didn't have those exact thoughts as a kid, but I knew that I got to that point and stopped reading.
It turned me off from the whole thing.
I immediately stopped reading after that.
Wow. So, if Julie shows up in this movie and tells you that you don't like it...
I'll have to do what she tells me, and I won't like this movie.
We'll find out what Julie says.
Yeah.
When we come out of Goosebumps. Do you want to do the thing?
Yeah, I'll do the thing.
It's Jeremy's favorite fucking thing. Boom. Hi.
Hey.
We just got out of Goosebumps
2,
to the Goosebumping. So did Julie tell us to like this movie or not?
I don't think she did.
I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the first movie had the nice idea of the books are coming to life, and I think that's, again, I haven't seen the movie, but I think it's creative and cool, and this movie just seemed like they were telling a different story, and they were like, okay, let's just put the book part in too.
Well, it seemed like they had a different idea for a really cliched Halloween movie that you might see on, like, Nickelodeon. Who's the most popular Goosebumps character? Oh, it's Slappy the Dummy? Put him in here. But to have him be the lead of the movie is kind of like, all right, been here, done this. What else do you have for me? And the movie doesn't really have a lot for you. A lot of, like, random parts that go nowhere. Which I'm never a fan of when they do that in movies.
So Jack Black at the end of the movie comes in as R.L. Stine, and he sees the mess that the town has become, and he goes, my writing used to be so cliche.
And okay, but that doesn't make
that doesn't make this movie not
any less cliche. Just quickly, if you're worried about spoilers, we'll talk about them in a minute, but I think my overall thing is that, and we said this walking out, I understand the movie's for kids.
Yeah, and I want to preface by saying that I don't think that that's an excuse for a movie, because I think that you could look at a lot of movies that are for kids and that are truly amazing, and
right.
Saying that a movie's for kids doesn't excuse it being a bad movie.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I understand it's for kids, but that doesn't make it okay that it just was not entertaining.
As much as it wasn't great, it wasn't appallingly bad, and I think that, to a point, it is a fun movie. Not for a bunch of two 20-year-olds to go into, but I think for a parent and child, it could be a very fun movie to go see. I'm gonna give it a C+.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just not great, and it could have been something for everybody, but it became something that was just for kids. And I think, again, if I was a kid and I saw this, I'd be happy with it. But you could have played with some better ideas. If you're a parent and you have a kid, this probably isn't the worst thing to take them to. You won't be like, wanting to peel your eyeballs out, which is more than I can say for Smallfoot. I give it a C+. It's just an average, kid flick.
Spoilers?
Spoilers for the intricate plot of Goosebumps to the Goosebumping. If you're interested in that, don't watch this part of the video, and then, come back when you do if you have that much commitment to Goosebumps 2. Well, first I want to talk about when they find this book. They keep trying to impress upon you that the chubbier kid was like, oh, he's really smart. He's making electricity.
When they first find the chest, and he starts explaining Bitcoin to the other kid.
Yeah, where the fuck did that come from? When he finds the book by R.L. Stine that's not finished, I love that he takes it out and he has to criticize. He goes, what kind of book is this? There's not even a title page here.
Yeah.
I love that the bully has this, like, bipolar disorder at the end of the movie. Where at first, like, you'll never get the book. And then the sister yells at him and goes, oh, I'm scared of you. You don't have to be so mean. It's in my bedroom. And he goes, but I hid it. And you find it. Why did he hide it? It's just why did he take it?
I don't know. I definitely would have just thrown it out. At the beginning of the movie, someone hits their head on the window, and then, like, halfway through, someone else does. And I was like, comedy comes in threes. Someone else is going to hit their head. It's going to be the funniest thing ever.
The boyfriend who cheats on the sister at the very cool 18-year-old club where everybody has giant fucking baton glow sticks.
Sometimes they gave those out at bar mitzvahs.
She showed her ID to the bouncer, but they've established how old she is. She's going to college, so what could this ID have said? Unless it was a fake. And
Seems like a lot for this movie.
It's a club for 18-year-olds. DJ Jazz at the Den.
Are you over 21? You can't get in. This is for 18-year-olds.
I just don't understand what the point of the boyfriend was. It just kind of turned into, you cheated on me.
I think it was
now the puppet attacked him.
I think it was just supposed to establish the puppet as being evil. But you definitely could have done that through different ways.
Right, without making me watch a whole subplot. If you want to talk about people with no function in the movie, let's talk about Jack Black. because he was the part that everybody says is the best part of the first one. But it looks like he shot all of his parts at a totally separate time. His plot doesn't intersect at all. They call Jack Black to come and take care of the, what's going on, but he gets there after it's already over. So there's no point in him being in the movie. It was strange that he was even there. It seems like a waste of Jack Black, to tell you the truth.
He didn't even play guitar. Okay, I thought that guy was walking up to this car for some reason. I got really scared.
Our last big issue, the friend Sam.
Oh, so you've got your older sister, your younger brother, and then you've got the younger brother's friend, and he's never not at their house. The mother starts to mother him, because there's a point where they, like, misbehave or whatever. The mother goes, "No Halloween for the three of you." And at that moment, I was like, is he supposed to be a third kid? Like,
right, is he her kid, or what's the deal? Because up until then, you've assumed it's his friend.
But they continue the movie, and it's very clear that he's just their friend. So I don't understand why the mother was mothering him if she's not his mother. And then also, where's this kid's family, and why is he always hanging out with them? I don't know.
And if you want him to live in the house, it's not like a big deal. You can make that a plot point, but they don't bother to explain that at all. Even later in the movie, it's Christmas time, and she walks in, and he's decorating the tree with them.
Yeah, he doesn't have his own family to do it with, I guess.
And if he does, he hasn't seen him in a while. Anyway, that's what we thought of Goosebumps 2, the Goosebumpening. We've talked way too much about this movie, but this is probably our shortest one yet.
Oh, also, I looked it up. Her name's Patty, not Julie. I always do what Julie says. I have to go to the carnival. I'm sorry. I always do what Julie says. I have to go to the carnival. Oh my god.